Greetings, I'm Sandra Crewe, Dean and Professor of the Howard University School of Social Work. I was one of the individuals who desegregated high schools. And so I consider that as certainly an accomplishment that I was able to survive and really help others to get through challenging situations as a better person and not as a person who is always challenged, but one who always sees an opportunity to seize upon. Well, you know, being a dean at my alma mater is really very, very special because I have the lived experience in addition to the academic experience. So I really get to prepare the next generation of leaders. And so it is a very exciting place to be. The key concerns are really preparing the next generation of social workers who really will enter a profession at a time where social justice is more important than ever. So my concern is to make sure as we integrate virtual education that we really are keeping that special touch on individuals and we're not losing our connections with the individuals. So I guess my concerns are really about making sure we integrate the new with the tried and true practices within social work education. As for the Gerontology Center, I am no longer the director of the Gerontology Center, but I'm very much involved in making sure that we are really focused on aging. Ethnogerontology, what does it mean to age in a society where youth are often talked about more in the culture? When I am teaching them, I am learning with them. So it's the mutuality of the experience that I value mostly. And you know Howard students, they are never shy to tell you about how they think things should be better. So as a dean, I'm getting upfront information from them. That's the beauty of it all. We're always building bridges so the next generation can cross over and then be a part of the generation where I say, you know, give a little of it back. You know, just really pay it forward and give it back. Collegiality is important in any position. None of us can do anything without the collaborations of those in our circle. As I would take it to the School of Social Work, when I work with my colleagues, we create a better lived environment for those individuals that we are responsible for serving. Collaborations also really challenge you sometimes. You know, you have a collaboration, that person isn't quite seeing it the way you're seeing it, but you have to work through your differences and to come to a commonality. But I think it broadens what you're able to do in life when you collaborate with someone, although it comes with challenges sometimes because we all come with our unique perspectives. But when we work together, we create a better society. You know, organizations really help to fulfill the dreams of individuals in this country. When I think about my leadership as a woman, it helps me very often because the populations that are most disadvantaged are those who are households headed by women and individuals who have seen themselves marginalized in systems. So being a woman, particularly an African American woman, working within those organizational structures helps me to be the voice of the individuals who are not at the table. So really investment in people is what I learned as the greatest lesson. If you invest in people, then they will achieve their dreams. And not only will they achieve their dreams, they will pass it forward to the next generation as well. When you judge people unfairly, they live up to your unfair expectations of them. And so it is critically important that we suspend judgment and replace that with a hope and resources to help the person be their better selves. I think if you work on leadership, then you organically work on women as leaders. Because leadership means you don't exclude anyone. So when you are focused on the historical narrative of leadership, it is really about finding the best person for the job. And if the best person is a woman, then that's what Howard can continue to do. When I think about leadership at Howard, it is across all of the genres and looking at that. My decanal leaders are just a group of powerful women. And what I love most about our decanal leaders is that we are competitive, but not with each other. It's competition with the programs. You know, it's like, okay, we really want to have the best program that we can have. I have learned so much from my younger decanal leaders to older decanal leaders and how we approach problem solving. The importance of us coming together and really speaking to the issues of society collectively. I think we really are able to support each other so that we are not being reduced to what individuals of privilege, how they define us. When Howard takes on the potential as the guideline for leadership, then I think we will continue to create great women leaders because we're looking beyond what we see to what the great possibilities might be. When I think about values, integrity, character, all of that is leading by example and not simply doing what is the right thing to do when you're looking at me. What about when no one's looking? That's leading by example. I want individuals to say that I carried on the legacy of the Howard University School of Social Work. And when I leave the position, I want individuals to say, she made a difference. So my responsibilities are really to make sure that we are true to the mission of the university in whatever we do. You know, when I think about values, certainly the social work profession has its own values, and including in those values are the dignity and worth of all persons. Additionally, integrity is really important. You can't ask people to give more than you give. You can't succeed as a leader or as a social worker if you don't have courage. You have to have courage to confront injustice in all of its forms. And that's critically important because individuals are always looking at you. When there are issues that come before you, such as the carceral behavior of law enforcement, you have to be able to speak up to say that no one should lose their lives in that way. So we should really be able to make a statement backed with action. Being courageous is an important part of leadership, and I encourage everyone who has an interest in leadership to make sure that they have courage and that they are able to improve the conditions of someone through that courage, and that they don't simply go with the status quo.